Hello, guys. For those that might be interested in having a job here in Pattaya, being able to enjoy the life in Pattaya and earning money at the same time, this just might be of interest or not to you. Pattaya, Sin City, the bad guys' playground, party town. This is the reputation that's been built up here in Pattaya for nearly 70 years now. Men have come flocking from all over the world to enjoy the delights of the city. What do they have? They had cheap accommodation, cheap alcohol, drugs if that's what they were looking for. And top of the list was all these beautiful women that were here, or the boys if that was what you preferred, to pamper to all the wishes that you would have to have a super time and party time here in Thailand. Unfortunately, now a lot of these party goers have gone. The interest in Pattaya has become severely diminished over the last few years, and we're not getting the same level of people coming here to party. Instead, the tourist mix has completely changed. We're getting Koreans, and we're getting number one is people from India, and we're getting the Russians, and we're getting the Vietnamese in great numbers, and we're getting Thai people holidaying in Pattaya in great numbers also. The party goers are now the bottom percentage of the people actually coming here, and that's probably through a range of factors. One, the popularity and the reputation of Pattaya is maybe not as good on the sex scene as it was. Maybe the taste of the younger generation coming up. I've got less interest in coming this far to enjoy themselves. And of course, there's also the financial problems that have been going on for the last few years, etc. So, yeah, it's changed a great deal. But the good news for those that are interested, the party facility is still here in full swing. There's many new bars open from Walking Street all through, if you know the city at all, LK Metro, Soibakal, Chayapum, all of these. We've got lots of new bars. We've got Tree Town, which is a full small town, just bars. And we've got another one, the Myth Night, which is just open with another 60 bars. And there's thousands of women down here looking for the party guys coming to Thailand. And if you're really, really wanting to do it, you will have a phenomenal time here and you will thoroughly enjoy it, as people have done over the years. The biggest difference being, of course, is what it used to cost and what it costs now, and the percentage-wise change. It's hugely more expensive to be a partier in Pattaya now, from the hotels to the drinks and to the girls itself, etc. You're going to spend a lot of money if you're coming here to party, and you better be prepared for it. And as usual, we're still getting a lot of guys coming here wanting to party, and then as their money's starting to run out and it's time to go home, they don't want to go. They really don't want to go. They may be falling in love, or they're just wanting to party on. And then they start wondering how they're going to do it. And some of them stay here and start looking for work and for jobs, etc. Not a lot get them, but there are jobs for the right people. And that's what this video is going to be about. So one of the jobs in particular that I'm talking about is the number of the girly bars that the owners are looking for managers from Europe, Australia, or the US to come and manage the girly bars. And if that's of interest to you, then this video is going to give you a lot of the information about what might be expected, etc., if you want to go and get one of these jobs. And they are available. If you watch it all the way through, you will see what the sort of thing that could happen to you, and you can make your decisions about whether you want to do it or not. But it's there. It's not an easy job, and you've got to be a a party animal and know how to party to be successful. So if you're interested in being that, then keep watching. And if you please I would ask you to think about subscribing and liking and ringing the bell, because I could really do with that boost as well. Thank you. Let's get into the video. So now, are you really interested in maybe taking a job as a bar manager here in Pattaya? If so, then I guess your question you're really wanting to ask next would be how much money you can make as a bar manager. Well, I will get back to that shortly and I will answer your question. But first of all, I think it's important that you understand the staff setup or the general setup of how the whole system works. But let's start with having a look at how the staff aspect works within the bar itself, with you and the other staff that are going to be employed there, because it's important that you understand how they're employed. So now let's start taking a look at the bar setup for the staff organisation. Now, dependent upon the employer, there are likely to be some variations to what I'm about to tell you, but they will run in a very similar way with maybe some small variations. In this video, I am talking about a typical girly bar that you will find in places like the famous Soi 6, Soi 7 perhaps, Soi 8, Walking Street, LK Metro, and other areas around the city. There's quite a few bars scattered around the city that work as girly bars in this type of fashion. Some bars are owned by individuals with only the one bar, and others may be part of a group which are funded by a group of investors normally that will give it out, they will expect a top line manager to run the group for them and maximise the profit for the investors. First, and very importantly, I'm going to give you a warning now, and I'm going to expand on it later. Some of these owners or groups that are involved in running these bars are also involved in various nefarious activities that require these bars to act as a front for them. And I'm going to expand on this warning later, but it should be taken into consideration as there has been people seriously affected by it in the past. So staffing of the bar starts with you, the bar manager. You will have at least 2, maybe 3 cashiers that, in addition to taking and issuing bills and monies, they also have a staff control aspect as well, that they are the communication between you, the manager, and making sure that what you're saying, etc., filters through to the front of house staff, the staff working out there with the customers. And the cashiers all report directly to you, the bar manager, and you are responsible for them also. The bar staff, the girls and the lady boys, not in all bars but in a lot of them, are the ones to entice in the punters and extract the maximum amount of cash they can get from each of them that enters the bar. As an effective manager, you'll be expected to control and gel all the staff in the organisation of your bar and turn them into an effective team, and of course maximise the profitability of the bar, if indeed it's making a profit. So let's move on now and start looking at exactly how people get the remuneration for the work they're doing. And we'll start with the staff themselves, because it all works its way back. All of this will work its way back to you as the manager, and it's important that you understand how it works. So, how are staff rewarded and encouraged to perform? This can be quite complex, and in some cases this hiring of staff is taken out of the bar manager's responsibility. This in itself may be a good thing. Consider this another warning, which I will expand upon in this video, and you really need to think about it when you're making your decision whether this is a job for you. Many staff coming to find work in the bar have little or no experience, but most of them are well aware of what will be expected from them if they indeed get a job in the bar. They will be given a monthly wage and expect to work around 28 days per month. Some employers do give them 1 day off per week. They may also be provided with accommodation above the bar in a multi-storey building, normally dormitory style, with 4 or 6 girls per room. A lot of bars supply uniforms of some sort, skimpy and sexy. But the girls are also given targets to meet as part of their wage. They will be expected to get so many lady drinks bought for them each month by customers in the bar. They may also be given a target on the number of short times they give in a month, which are normally at a bedroom above the bar. They will also be given, in many cases, a target for bar fines per month, where they will be bought out of the bar by a customer who may take them for a short time or a long time to somewhere else. Once they achieve their targets, though, then any additional aspects, any additional drinks, short times, bar fines, etc., then they can get a percentage commission. Experienced, good-looking women can make a lot of money and are much sought after by the bar owners, but they will command the higher wage scales. The wage scales for bar girls normally range from about 10,000 baht per month for the new girls or the not so pretty girls, and for the experienced stunners that can go up to as much as 25,000 baht per month. It is of interest that there are bars that are hiring staff from source companies now that supply girls just to attract the customers to the bars and to get the customers to buy them drinks. A lot of these ladies doing this are good-looking students, but are only there to attract customers and normally do not provide the sexual services that also go along with it, although there will be a mix in the bar of girls that do. Okay, now we'll take a quick look at how the cashier is remunerated. The cashier actually plays a very important part of the bar management, controlling cash in and out, but that is only part of the job. They are the communicators between you, the bar manager, and the staff. They monitor staff behaviour and push the staff to optimum performance. The cashier quickly tries to learn the strengths and weaknesses of all the staff and can use this knowledge to maximise the effect. Maybe some girls are good at standing outside the bar and encouraging customers to come on in. Other staff may be good at breaking the ice with customers and getting them to relax and start buying drinks, etc. Bars have more than one cashier, and the bar manager will be monitoring the cashier's performance also. Who is the most popular cashier with the staff? Who is the most effective at getting the staff motivated and improving performance? Cashiers' wages vary between normally about 15,000 baht to 20,000 baht for the more experienced ones. And they also have some form of commission structure as well. Now we are going to talk about you as a bar manager of a girly bar here in Pattaya. First thing to be aware of is that this is a full-time job. And when I say full-time, I mean full-time. From day one you will start to feel the pressure and you will be expected to make it work. As well as all the responsibilities of the organisation, you will have to be hospitable to all the customers coming into the bar, drinking, socialising, making people feel welcome. Days off, they are very limited, and even on the occasional day off, you could find yourself necessary to address any problems that may be related to the bar, or you may find yourself going out socialising with some of the customers that use the bar. If you are thinking about getting a job like this, will accommodate a relationship you may already have here in Pattaya and help you develop it, then I suggest that this job might not be right for you. Your time in the job is maximised for the bar, leaving very little for existing relationships. 12-hour days become the norm, 7 days a week. Not many bar managers actually get past the 12-month mark. If you do enjoy drinking and the party life, that is a very big positive. However, you have to be careful also, because you'll still be managing the bar even when you're having a nice PU with some of the customers. So you need a lot of self-control also. There are some very successful bar managers that have been making a lot of money and have been doing so for some years, but I hasten to add, there's not that many of them. Remember, alcohol affects different people in different ways. You will have to know how to recognize and control potential problems before and as they arise. All the staff will be reliant on your ability to handle customers. Now also with the weed being so prevalent here in the city, that also brings additional further problems. I don't want to put you off the job, but I want you to know what you might be letting yourself in for. So now let's talk about money and what you might expect. Starting off as a bar manager, you can expect in the region of 20,000 baht or to 25,000 baht as the baseline of your salary, which is really quite pathetic considering the effort that is expected from you. Given that you can move the bar into making good money, then you can expect your own money to relate that success, because there is quite a good commission rate for that success being offered. Right at this moment of time, there are not a lot of tourists here in Pattaya that are in party mode, and the prospects for this year's high season are looking pretty grim. There are a lot of tourists walking around the girly bars just sightseeing and looking at what's going on, but they've got no intention of going in or participating in the party mode. So now let's move on to something a little more serious. Actually, I mean a lot more serious, and that is the alternative bar manager. Warning. Please consider this as an important part of this video. Being part of the social scene here in Pattaya, you are going to meet many people, and many of those people are going to be involved in the criminal underground. I have never been associated with any of the activities that go on. Indeed, I am not even sure that I even know what does go on. Obviously, drugs and money laundering are key aspects for absolute certainty. It is also possible, maybe more than just more than possible, that you will come into contact with this side of life in Pattaya, and you may decide it's in your best interest to become involved. If you do, then you can expect the worst. If you upset anyone, then retribution can come in many forms. Be aware. Recently, there was one bar manager from the UK and a cashier from a bar in Soy 6 that were arrested under human trafficking investigations, bringing girls from different parts of the country to work and provide sexual services here in Pattaya. If you don't speak the language and you don't know the culture, it could be happening in the bar you manage, and you could be totally unaware of what is going on. Ignorance could indeed be no defence against prosecution. Maybe also a little bit of knowledge about what is happening could be equally dangerous if others within your organisation are being investigated. Over the years, I've heard of and read about many bar managers that have fell foul of the law through either greed and stupidity or ignorance. I am surmising that if you take a bar manager's job and have some success in staying for some time, you could well get drawn into the dark underworld where money and life are good, but the risks get higher. Right at this moment of time, human trafficking is under continued scrutiny, and it seems to be the flavour of the time, with the various authorities trying to get to limit it. Even down to the extent that some of the key figures in the bar world here in Pattaya are under investigation. So it is happening. You need to be aware, if you take this type of work, that jails and prisons are not nice places here in Thailand. So please be careful if you do take a job here in Pattaya.